Hi, I'm Squishy, and Gina got a snow day, and so she's doing videos today. She's off work. But guess what? She didn't even want to take a shower today. Not even a shower. So, she wanted me to introduce this video. She's reviewing City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So, here's Gina with the review. Well, thanks, Squishy. Hey, guys. Here's The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And this is a 5-star book. All us freaks on YA Fiction Freaks agree that this is actually what a 5-star book is. First of all, I want to show you, because I did this video for once and I totally forgot the most important. Ta-da! For Gina, Cassandra Clare. Yes, I met the author last year, and it was awesome when she was going around promoting her third book. Book number 1, City of Bones. Book number 2, City of Ashes. Book number 3, City of Glass. So I met her when she was doing City of Glass, and I had read up to the very last chapter of this book when I did meet her. So, and that was awesome. She read us the a part of a little excerpt of her prequel that's coming out in August, called the Clockworth series, I think is what it's called. So that was exciting. But first of all, I just want to say the cover of this book. I now love the covers of the book because I love the books. But I didn't like this cover in the beginning because it reminded me of adult romance novels, like with Fabio or something splashed on the cover. So this little sexy man kind of turned me off because I was like, ooh, is that like adult romance? I don't want anything to do with that. And then Holly Black, who's an author, says funny, dark, and sexy, one of my favorite books. So I'm like, ooh, okay, funny, I'm cool with. Dark, yeah, I'm cool with that. Sexy, ooh, how sexy is it? So I wasn't real sure, but I am so glad that I did pick it up and read it. But the cover of it actually did turn me off for a little while. But then I heard some more about it and I thought, okay, I want to check it out. So I bought it. I actually let it sit on my bookshelf for a couple of months. And then I finally picked it up and said, what the hey, I'm going to start this book and just check it out and see what the hoopla is about. So I was so glad that I did because it's not like a romance adult series at all. It's about a girl named Clary, and she is what they call, in the beginning, they call her a mundane, and her mother, and she ends up meeting these 3 shadow hunters, Jace, Alec, and Isabella, I think, or Isabel, and she can see them, but nobody else can. And we at YA Fiction Freaks don't give spoilers in our podcasts, or I'm sorry, in our videos. So I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but right off the bat, when the chapter 1 grabs you, because she talks about Clary going into this pandemonium nightclub, and she actually sees these 3 shadow hunters. And it also describes this boy that goes in with blue hair, and he sounds really cool. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe that's going to be Clary's love interest. And no, nothing like that. The author totally shocks you what happens with the blue-haired boy. And Clary witnesses it. And then she gets intertwined with these shadow hunters because they are really confused as to why she can see them, and regular mundanes, which is regular human people, kind of like on Harry Potter, the Muggles, non-magical people, like they can't see these guys if they don't want them to, but Clary can. So it's really interesting. It's all about her life, and trying to intertwine with these shadow hunters, and what all that means. And the author, this book is broke up into like 3 sections. There's like part 1, part 2, and part 3, which I kind of like. It's pretty neat the way that it does that. Chapter 11, Magnus Bane. He's another character. He's my favorite character in this whole series. You'll see why by the time that you get to the end of the series, but Magnus Bane is the coolest. If you go on her website, you can see graphic novel pictures of all these characters, and Magnus is just the coolest. He's actually a warlock. So like a 300-year-old warlock, and he's really cool. But, so there's I like the type. It's kind of the font or the text is kind of like the Twilight text, which is my favorite. So, get this book because it's a 5-star book, and it's definitely worth it. The movie's coming out of City of Bones. It's in the early stages. If you go to our Facebook page, YA Fiction Freaks Facebook page, you can see a video of Cassandra Clare talking about all kinds of information about her Mortal Instruments series. That's what the whole series is called. But the movie has been bought by New Line Cinemas, which was done by Lord of the Rings. Was by New Line and Golden Compass. So I was really excited when I found out that it was the people that did the Lord of the Rings, because City of Bones actually reminds you, as far as how deep it is into the fantasy world, somewhat of Lord of the Rings. Again, not the story at all of Lord of the Rings, but just the deep fantasy. There are vampires, werewolves, and shadow hunters. Oh my! So there's all kinds of different creatures. There's elves. They make a trip to the Sealy Court, which is really awesome how Cassandra describes it. As you're going through this book, you think that you have this story figured out, and you're like, oh, okay, this is the way it's going. I love it. It's really good. This is the way it's going. No, 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 no. She loves to give you all kinds of twists and turns, and you will be shocked. There's a shocker in this book that you will be shocked. So it's a must read. Right now for YA Fiction Freaks, the only books that have 5 stars are this series, the Mortal Instruments series, Hunger Games series, Twilight series, or Twilight Saga, and the book Fallen by Lauren Kate. So check it out if you like those books, because it's worth it, guys. Okay, that's Gina's review, so get out there and get the Mortal Instruments series and read it, guys. Comment below, let me know what you think. I'm Squishy for YA Fiction Freaks. Bye. Happy reading.